Physical Self, its examination from culture and mental well-being perspectives. F. Julia Eski. During the past decade, there has been a resurgence of interest in the self that has focused on the study of the individual differences as well as the developmental change. Much of this work can be subsumed under the general rubric of self-concept, referred to as self-esteem, or synonymously as self-worth. This proliferation of interest has been largely stimulated by the emergence of important dual role that self-esteem has been shown to play as both a human mental health and as a motivational variable. Fox 90, Harder 90, Marsh 93, Alpha. Research has shown that self-esteem is associated with many positive achievements and social related behaviors, including leadership, ability, satisfaction, decreased anxiety, and improved academic and physical performance. Fox 92. Additionally, interest in self-esteem stems from its recognition as a valued outcome in itself, the assumption that the improvements of self-esteem may facilitate improvements in other areas. Marsh, Smith, Barnes, Butler, 83, page 772, Fox 90, 88, and 90 believe that much of what we do, whether conscious or not, is directed towards maximizing our chances of feeling good about ourselves. We learn to avoid situations that call our confidence into question and expose us to inadequacies, and we are attracted to those that provide us with success. Therefore, the issue of self-esteem is central to our understanding of human motivation and human behavior. Positive self-esteem is widely positive to be a desirable outcome, to explain overt behaviors and other constructs in many areas of psychological research. Despite the theoretical and practical significance of self-esteem, like many other personality constructs, reviews of the research typically identify the poor quality of measurement instruments used to assess it, along with a lack of theoretical models to define it and interpret it, the constructs. Marsh, Jackson, 86, Wells, Morrell, 76, Wiley, 74, and 79. In an attempt to remedy this problem, researchers shift the focus from studying self-concept as a broad global construct to self-concept as a multifaceted hierarchical construct. Marsh, 93, Alpha, 94, Marsh and Jackson, 86. Recognition of this multidimensionality of the self has led to a more detailed study of the composition and psychological importance of its components. One of these has been the physical subdomain. Fox 90, 92, and 97. Self is the physical domain is viewed as an important contributor to overarching global perceptions of the self-worth in the multidimensional hierarchical models of self-esteem. Marsh, Sonnenstrom, 95. In this chapter, firstly, the concept of the self in the physical domain, physical self, is discussed, and then the recent study of the physical self will be summarized. Self-concept and self-esteem will be considered to be synonymous throughout this chapter because of the clarification among these constructs has not been clearly established. Brin, 96, and Sonnenstrom, 97. Physical self. Physical self is considered to be an important psychological outcome correlated to an antecedent of physical self-behavior, Fox 97, and is viewed as an important contributor to overarching global perceptions of self-worth and multidimensional hierarchical models of self-esteem, Marsh, Sonnenstrom, 95. According to Fox in 2000, the physical self has occupied the unique position in the self-esteem system because of the body, through its appearance, attributes, and abilities, provides the substrate and interface between individuals and the world. Page 230. It has also been noted that the physical self affects social communication and interaction. Fox, and it's associated with aspects of life adjustment such as depression, mood, and reported physical and psychological health. Sonnenstrom and Potts, 96. Indeed, a highly valued perception of the physical self has emerged as particularly important to global self-esteem development, Hein, Lehman, Marcus, and Kitayama, 90, and it's potentially an influential factor on physical activity behavior patterns, Hager, Ashford, and Stubombulva, 98. This important psychological construct, physical self, is defined as an individual's perception of himself or herself in aspects of physical domains such as strength, endurance, sport, ability, and physical appearance, Fox and Corbin, 89. A review of early self-esteem measures in relation to the physical self concluded that most either ignored physical self-esteem completely or treated physical self-esteem as a relatively unidimensional domain incorporating characteristics such as fitness, health, appearance, grooming, sport, competence, body image, sexuality, and physical activity into a single score. Marsh, 97. With the establishment of the multidimensionality, the physical self became systematically measurable as part of a comprehensive model alongside perceived competences or adequacy in other life domains. For example, physical self was represented in two short subdomains. Excuse me. Subdomains in Harder's self-perception profiles, Harder, 85 and 88, and Marsh's self-description questionnaire, Marsh, 92. However, these subscales do not provide sufficient detail in addressing research questions about the physical self, which warranted more comprehensive and systematic study. This concern led to a development new instruments for measuring self in the physical domain. Thus, an integral part of the research of the last 2 decades has been the development of instrumentation or the measurement of physical self. In exercise science, Fox and Corbin, 89, used a combination of qualitative and quantitative methods to identify key subcomponents of physical self-perception and to test their validity as part of the newly proposed multidimensional and hierarchical conceptions of self-esteem. Specifically, they developed a validated or the physical self-perception profile, PSPP, as a questionnaire with scales for measuring global physical self-esteem in 4 subdomain areas: body, attractiveness, adequacy, sport, athletic, competences, strength, competence, and physical condition adequacy. In the hypothesized hierarchical model, global self-esteem is placed at the superordinate domain above more specific but global domains, such as physical self-worth, which in turn are hierarchical above the more differentiated subdomains. In the PSPP model, illustrated in Figure 1, global physical self-worth is proposed to mediate the relationship between specific subdomain physical self-perceptions and general global feelings of self-esteem, Fox, 90. Further, these subdomains were viewed as specific and changeable aspects of the self, with perceptions becoming more general and enduring the higher the level of the hierarchy, Fox, 97. More recently, another well-validated multidimensional and hierarchical instrument consisted of the basic assumption of Sabin and Hubner and Stanton, 76. The Physical Self-Description Questionnaire, PSDQ, Marsh, Richards, Johnson, Rolsch, and Tremayen, 94, has been developed to provide a comprehensive self-perception profile of the physical aspects of the self. The PSDQ is designed to measure 9 specific components of physical self: strength, body fat, physical activity, endurance, fitness, sport, competence, coordination, health, appearance, and flexibility, along with global physical self-worth and global self-esteem. The theoretical rationale for the PSDQ is based on the Marsh-Schevenslin self-concept model and some previously researched by Marsh in 90 and 92. On the Self-Description Questionnaire, SDQ, the PSDQ reflects scales from an earlier version of the measure presented by Marsh and Redmenier in 94. The scales of the SDQ, such as physical ability, physical appearance, and esteem, the PSDQ also reflects the parallel component of the physical fitness identified in Marsh's 93 Bravo study. In the PSDQ, there is a hierarchical of which general self-esteem is the apex. Global physical self-esteem is at the next level, and specific components of physical self-esteem are at the third level, Marsh 96 alpha. In summary, in the past 2 decades, great steps forward in the measurement of physical self have been achieved from both multidimensional and hierarchical perspectives. These advancements in physical self-measurement have produced much richer profiles of characterizing groups of individuals, providing links between the physical self and related behaviors, and allow more precise reports In summary, in the past 2 decades, great steps forward in the measurement of physical self have been achieved from both multidimensional and hierarchical perspectives. These advancements in physical self-measurement have produced much richer profiles of characterizing groups or individuals, providing links between the physical self and the related behaviors, and allowed more precise reports on self-perception chains, Fox 97. In addition, researchers and practitioners are better able to study psychometric properties of physical self-instruments in other cultures, examine the cross-cultural generalization of physical self-measurement theory and models across different cultures, and investigate physical self as an important outcome variable in exercise interventions. In the following section, studies of the physical self construct will be discussed based on the above categories.